There we are! Welcome back, everybody, to Blackfire Technical Analysis. I am your host, Crypto Bro. You already know what it is. Welcome back to another edition of the Daily Live Stream. It is Wednesday, My dudes, it is Wednesday. How the hell is everybody? I hope everybody's pretty happy, safe, and healthy. I'm pretty fucking happy today. We got a lot of interesting topics to cover today. I'm gonna try to keep it simple. Try not to overcomplicate things. I've been battling myself a little bit with all the overcomplication of analysis here a little bit lately, so I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as possible here today. Basically just underline the general scope of everything that I'm looking at here today. We do have a couple of requests, including SHIB. Excuse me. We got some requests for SHIB. We got Crow, USD, MMAT, PEP. I'm pretty sure that's Pepsi. And then we're going to obviously hop through our general base analysis. If anybody's got any kind of requests they want to drop in the comment section on the YouTube stream here, let me know. Drop them in the stream. I have plenty of time. I have all fucking night, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, happy Thursday. Well, Wednesday. It's my Wednesday, but technically it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. I don't give a shit. Let's get to it. God damn it. Every time I talk, man, I get a bunch of phlegm just coming up and shit. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and start off with NASDAQ here. Obviously, we got a low call. We got a low call here on the RSI, bouncing off the top side of the bearish control zone here, and we do have a lower low confirmed. This is from the general perspective, right? Not pulling out and looking at the entire structure as a whole. From the general perspective, we are looking at a change of behavior, in my personal opinion, here on the daily time frame. It's about time we see a little bit of a bouncy bounce within this region, and it does look like that is starting to play out. Had me psyched out yesterday before closure, because I'm pretty sure I started looking at this at like 12:50 as soon as I woke up, and we were pretty red. I was looking for continuation, but look at that. We confirmed this region here at 14,580 as tentative support once again, and boom. Now we see a little bit of a liftoff through the next target. Target has been met. Target has been met. Target has been met. We do see price back above the $14,830 region here. Potentially looking at a little bit of a break. But again, we got to remember this, guys. The general context of this trend right now is to the downside here. We do see a little bit of overcomplication, in my opinion, with the stochastics. Yes, a very nice and very delicious, juicy, turnaround here. But does this mean we're going to be looking at macro reversal? Not just yet, in my opinion here. Not just yet. Because right now, fuck! Can I talk? Holy shit! My body is absolutely not in, being my friend today. What was I saying? Okay, yes. Okay, so for me to be convinced that, this could potentially be a macro, stop and reversal point before seeing, a bullish uptrend in continuation here, at the bare minimum, guys, I know the 21 is the catalyst here for taking positions. And yes, I would take a position upon an open and closure above the 21 exponential. However, I still would not be convinced of continuation to new highs until we see a closure on new highs, right? This one right here is it's a little bit more inconsequential in my opinion. I don't consider this a change of behavior if we do see a candle closure back above this region here at 14,780. I'm actually going to be more focused from a conservative standpoint, and I'd be very comfortable with saying, yes, if we do see new highs above this previous high right here, right on the 15,325 level here, any closure above there will convince me of new highs. Oh shit, my mom is in the house. What is going on? What up, Mom? Holy shit! Hello! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. I'm going to carry on. If you have any requests for any assets, any stocks, cryptocurrencies that you want to see, drop them in the comment section. I will be happy to analyze them for you. But coming back to NASDAQ here, yeah, we're looking at a little bit of continuation here. We do see a little bit of a drive of momentum here on the RSI. Again, off the top side of that bearish control zone. I do like that read here. And technically, we do have a little bit of a structure to consider. Maybe? Yeah, we do have a structure to consider. Oh, shit. Look at that. You know, we got a nice little bounce off that diagonal trend line here, which is almost perfectly aligned with the top side of the bearish control zone here. A nice momentous move. I would consider this pretty momentous in my opinion. We do see RSI back above that negatively sloped exponential, forcing it basically flatlined, maybe slightly positive. For me to be comfortable, I'd want to see more continuation here. But again, you know, for me to be convinced of this, you know, reverting and turning back into macro bullish here, I need to see the daily time frame here take out the prior lower high right around 15,325. Let's go ahead and talk about conditions though. If we do close above this resistance here, I will be looking for immediate continuation to the yellow 21 exponential, and this is where everyone needs to be, you know, kind of aware of the potential for another lower high here. I will be looking at the yellow 21 to potentially act as tentative resistance here. Again, we are in the precipice of a market downtrend here, and you know, as long as we're printing lower highs, that downtrend in my opinion will continue to run to the downside. Now if we do pop back up, hit that 21 exponential and print a lower high here, my main disposition will become valid once again, with the overall target being 14,200-ish roughly, give or take a few bucks here or there, but that would be the overall target for the downside first and foremost. Now, you know, if this region here is taken out, I think all hell's going to break loose. But again, when in doubt, pull out. Right? You got to look at these things with multiple perspectives here. When you pull the chart out, you're like, oh shit, maybe it's just a dip, bro. Maybe it's just a dip. We've seen it dip below, the 21 exponential a few times in the past here, and that is very short-lived for the vast majority of this market here. Aside from the the COVID-19 crash here. But even still, 2 weeks below the 21, boom, bull market, right? You know, we typically don't. We typically don't see these macro, bearish downtrends last very long here. This one actually being a prime example of where it did last a little bit longer, maybe a month, 10 to maybe 2 months. Yeah, we got a little bit of a bearish market here. Back in 2020 or 2018 actually, all the way from October to January of 2019, but again, it typically doesn't last too long. It typically doesn't go full-blown depression mode here. A little bit of a downtrend, a little bit of a bear market, and then just skyrockets to new all-time highs, and we've seen that play out plenty of times before. So if this price action, if we're going to be looking at this from like, all right, what are your finalized targets, Brian? Again, I do play it level by level, but worst case scenario, I'm looking at the bottom side of 13,000 bucks even here. I think the worst case scenario, if we take out 13,000 bucks, things are going to get ugly in my opinion. But do I think that's likely to happen? No, not really. We are expanding on volatility here with the upside momentum. And we are seeing stochastics and RSI, start to curl back up. We did just identify a 3-point touch trend line here that is valid in my opinion on the RSI. We got 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches here. Boom. Perfectly valid to continue, to confirm that as a little bit of a diagonal uptrend line here for the RSI perspective. It'll be interesting to see where price action goes. So I think we have our targets to the upside, and we do have our targets to the downside. We're going to go ahead and leave that one where it is. Move on to SPY futures here. Generally the same disposition. We do see a little bit of a recovery back above the red 10 simple here. That's inconsequential in my opinion here. The red 10 simple is still very negative, basically showing that this potentially could be a little bit of what's the words I'm looking for? A little bit of a lift of the gas pedal here from the bearish perspective. When the bear stops selling, and the price just kind of and feng shui's to the upside here, and you don't see momentum oscillators, moving averages here start to curl up as a result, it's basically telling me, hey, the momentum is very, very lacking on this one. But we do see stochastics crossing back to the upside here, technically confirming a higher low. Still very bearish in my opinion, though. Again, you guys, until we print a newer high above this resistance here at 44.47, I'm not going to be convinced of any type of bullish, market continuation, new all-time highs. Yes, do I think it's tradable off the lows? Absolutely, but I would be in and out of these positions within a couple of days at most here. Right now, I'm looking at the pressure that the price action here is putting on that resistance in conjunction with the 21 exponential here. We do see a little bit of a level off with that 21 exponential. So again, there's points for the bears, points for the bulls, right? It's kind of convoluted on both sides, but the way I'm looking at it right now is, again, I'm going to be looking for that 21 to potentially reject, and if it does, I will be looking for a retest to the bottom side, somewhere around 42, what would you call it, 4260 here to the downside, and likely lower in my opinion, as that would signify bearish market continuation. I'm going to get to Hall of Fame in a minute. I just got to get through my base analysis before I get to the Hall of Fame, but that is definitely on the docket for tonight. But looking at this again, we got a low call on the RSI. RSI's back above the exponential here, so we do have a little bit of a little bit of momentum here building up. And what will be interesting is if we see continuation above the 21 exponential in conjunction with that RSI breaching that 50 read. That will be very interesting to see if the condition is met. Speaking of conditions, I did mention if we reject that 21, confirm a lower high within this region here, I will be looking for a retest of this support level at 4260. And in my opinion, printing a lower high signifies potential continuation further below that level, with a potential target all the way down at 41.45 being the overall low target here. Again, we are witnessing change of behaviors on the daily time frame. We are confirming new lows, and we have confirmed a downtrend on pretty much all three of the big markets here. So take it with a grain of salt. Disagree with me if you want, but until I see evidence that this is gonna reverse and continue the macro trend to the upside, I have to stick with my rule base and look for the downside continuation. I am enjoying a little bit of a drink tonight. Don't judge me. I do what the fuck I want. Okay, so we do see red volatility though. Bouncing off these lows here. We do have a low call confirmed on the RSI here. I'm still confused on what the color green means. When I look for bullish divergence, I look for blue arrows here. Just to give everybody a heads up, blue arrows on this RSI, the caretaker's RSI, signify bullish divergence, and the red arrows signify bearish divergence. I'm not sure what the fucking green ones mean though. And I've seen them pop up in the past, but I'm like, well, what does it mean? What does it mean? Is it signifying a stop and reversal? I guess we'll have to wait and see here with the way the market's going. We're going to leave that and go to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Again, same disposition, you guys. Except from a momentum perspective, in my opinion, this one looks a little bit better, right? We do see our stochastics here, failing to achieve equilibrium at the top side of the bearish control zone here, actually bouncing back up. We do see the exponential here still, basically very sharply to the downside, but nonetheless, we are seeing stochastics react off of this price action right now with our candle closure back above that red 10 simple. But again, the red 10 simple just signifies, I'm using the red 10 simple to basically confirm or deny a legitimate 21 exponential move here, right? So, when I see a 21 exponential play, I'm going to backtrack and look at how that red 10 simple is reacting off of that signal, basically, confirming whether or not it is a true signal to buy or not, right? And we can go over an example of that because I have a perfect one for Bitcoin. Allergies are fucking me up today, you guys. I do apologize. I probably sound nasally as hell, but again, when you pull out this market here, it doesn't look as bad as you would think, right? While I do want, I want one of these, right? I want one of these cataclysmic declines to the downside. I really do, but it's not happening right now. It's not happening right now. This one is actually a little bit choppy in my opinion, but we do have a couple of points of evidence here for potential continuation. But again, until we confirm a new high, I'm not looking for macro reversal from a bullish perspective to new all-time highs until at the bare minimum we take out the resistance at 34,890 at the bare minimum, right? From my perspective, we are potentially still consolidating until proven otherwise. Obviously, we saw the consolidation open up and then tighten below that red 10 symbol. This is like a questionable close above the red 10 symbol. It closed like right on it, so. I am on the daily time frame, 24-hour time frame here for the big three here. That's the time frame that I generally trade on, is the daily time frame. So I base all of my decisions based off the 24-hour chart. I look at the 4-hour for hints and tips to see if momentum is real on the daily charts, but I don't trade the 4-hour. I specifically trade the daily. To the downside, if we take out this support here, 33,830, I will look for moves targeted down to 33,427. Let's call it 33,430 here. Anything lower than that, man, woof. We have a lot of space. I mean, we technically have a couple of levels, but in my opinion, those will be soft touches. But ultimately, those likely break to the the ultimate target to the downside at 31.6. Is that likely? No. Can I can I use those levels? Yeah, again, I would be looking for bounces along the way, but breaking this structure below this support level here, in my opinion, for Dow Jones would not be a good thing. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave that one. We're going to go ahead and look at the DXY, the US dollar index. Dollar index here hit that resistance, boom, rejected. Not a death sentence in my opinion, not a death sentence, but look, we do see stochastics here finally starting to curl a little bit back, right? We're starting to see that bullish pressure here. Again, it wouldn't be out of the question to see maybe even a little dip. Let's go ahead and draw it out. Maybe even a little dip here, just below the bullish control zone before reverting back up. That would not be out of the question. In conjunction with price action, maybe just, going sideways a little bit. Or maybe it curls here. The most important thing is to look at this resistance at 94.42 here. Any candle closure back above that region, I'm going to be looking for significantly new highs all the way up to 95.2 here. And again, that would just confirm that macro long-term reversal formation here. Again, when we look at the weekly time frame here, we're going back down to this W formation that we've been paying attention to for quite some time here. At this point, I was a little skeptical on the formation, but look, we are starting to see this W formation play out, and if we break the weekly resistance here, I'm going to be very confident that this one just absolutely fucking shreds to the upside. It's the same disposition as yesterday. We do have a higher low. I am looking for continuation as a result here, and until proven otherwise, that's my disposition. And the only proof otherwise would be an open and closure back below this low here at 93.78, at which point I would be targeting moves all the way down to this high right here at 93.50. But until that condition is met, I'm going to be paying very close attention to what this price action does. Technically, yes, we are consolidating, so it wouldn't be out of the question to see a pullback all the way to test this support once again, and then maybe a reaction off of that. But until one of these horizontals breaks, that's the disposition for the US dollar index. Now let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. What the fuck? Bitcoin absolutely ripping to the upside right now, basically closing right on that $55,600 resistance here, absolutely crushing the prior major resistance here. I am very confident that this one looks for continuation. Yes, I am live, dude. Yeah, dude. Been live. YouTube. Sorry, I had to answer a little a comment here. Look at it, Bitcoin, though. Look at this. Stochastics. Where's my mouse? There we go. Stochastics confirming significantly higher highs. Basically, taking out the highs of this prior formation here, which was, let's look, which was this formation right here. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. We've been on YouTube for like... Give me 1 second, everyone. Give me one 1 second. Maybe I'll just go ahead and go to the channel here. Copy the link. I do apologize. I have to help a brother out here. Boom. Going back. There we go. All right, back to Bitcoin here. Okay, so we were looking at this resistance last time we saw price action move its way up towards this point. At this point, I was like, oh boy, a macro downtrend likely is confirmed here. But we based a low on the $40,700 region. Boom, lift off. Right. We have new highs. New highs confirmed. My only disposition is, new highs. To be quite honest with you, I am going to be looking for price action to sail through that $55,800 region here and test the prior lower high at $59,500. I got a question. Was that dip 2 weeks ago? The dip was 9/28/2021. Yeah, so about a week ago was the finalization of that dip here, and I actually did take a little bit of a loss on this position, but I learned from it. I absolutely did learn from this this loss here. I only lost 2%. I only lost 2%, and at the end of the day, I understand why. We got higher low formation, right? This is our, a current lower low. Boom. We got a nice little up rip here. Saw a little bit of a back test here. Confirmed another higher low in the formation. We do have an uptrend on the daily time frame with a change of behavior confirmed. I am absolutely bullish on Bitcoin right now. To be quite honest with you, this is the first time ever since trading Bitcoin and since doing all of the prior research on the history of Bitcoin that I have seen the US dollar index rip, the stock market decline, and Bitcoin continue to new highs. It's insane. Jennifer's in the house. I got 3 stream. I got 3 viewers. What the fuck? Welcome, everybody. If you're new to the channel here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. You already know what it is. It's your host, Crypto Bro, and we are back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream. One of the most realistic YouTube channels on the YouTube platform for technical analysis. So, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, we do see stochastics, again, achieving new highs, maintaining control in the bullish critical zone. I like that. We do see RSI touching the bottom side of the bullish control zone, but it doesn't look like it's going to, initiate a full rejection. We do have plenty of time left in the day. That doesn't mean necessarily that, I'm right or I'm wrong or anything like that, but at the end of the day, look at this fucking momentum. Look at this exponential here, right? Completely vertical. RSI completely vertical. That is a very, very, very bullish indication for potentially new highs. Any closure above this high here at, we'll call it 59.6, I will be very excited for potential new all-time highs. And I'll be looking for the 1.272 Fibonacci extension target all the way up at 73,175. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You gotta love trading here. But again, we do have to be aware of potential rejection. A rejection here would still be very, very, very convincing that maybe this is the rejection point for that year-long bear trend to the downside. Which brings to the question here. I do want to bring up the Hall 104 moving average right now. We're going to go ahead and do that and see kind of what it, how it's reacting, what it's doing. Oh boy. Oh shit. Weekly time frame, price action back above the Hall 104. Again, we have 3 hours, 3 days, 20 hours left in this price action, but this might be the first time that the Hall 104 doesn't get it. Again, when we look at prior history, this is something that I was mentioning in the past here. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning, to the genesis, right here. So here's a perfect example here. We did see a nice little downtrend on the weekly after the 2013 blow off top near $1,000. We got confirmation of a downtrend. We got our first break of the Hall 104. Back test, boom, back test, year-long bear market. And then we break back above the 104, boom, huge bull market all the way up to the $20,000 top, right? And then boom, we get a nice sell-off, first confirmed closure on a weekly time frame below, back test, kisses it, rejects it, year-long bear market. And then boom, we break back above, initiate a nice bull market. Then what happens? Boom, we get a break below, back test, coronavirus crash. And then boom, nice little break back above, consolidation on the lows, and then rip to all-time highs for Bitcoin. This is the first time, if confirmed, again, on the weekly time frame. We have plenty of time. We have plenty of time to see a rejection of this on the weekly time frame. 3 days, 20 hours here. But if we get this weekly closure, it'll be the first time that I see that, to be quite honest with you, especially if we sail to new all-time highs. Definitely an outlier, and that's why I always say to you guys, past market performance is not indicative of future market results. They just identify inferences of potential probabilities, right? And at the end of the day, we're day traders, we're market traders. We're not only trading price action, but we're trading human psychology, right? And human psychology isn't always going to be exactly as it was a year ago or 2 years ago, or things change, and you have to be prepared for that. So going back to the daily time frame here for Bitcoin, we'll get my moving averages back up here. If I can get my shit together, turn off the boom. So for Bitcoin, I am confident for continuation here on Bitcoin price action right now, until proven otherwise. We have a very strong momentous swing on the 21 exponential and the red 10 simple crossing above the 21, basically confirming that the 21 play is a legit play to the upside. Very, very, very exciting price action here. And again, the only thing that would convince me otherwise is a flash crash back below that 21 exponential, at which point I would be targeting moves all the way back down to the current low at $40,700. So that's where I'm going to leave Bitcoin for right now. We're going to go ahead and, I think, hop into the Hall of Fame. Lot of questions on the Hall of Fame. Right now we're consolidating on the lows, but my general disposition on the Hall of Fame still remains. I am still targeting that $2.41 region until proven otherwise. And that proof otherwise would be a break back above resistance, which is the $2.75 region right here, at which point I would be targeting a move all the way back up to the bottom of the blue box territory. Am I confident in that? No. We're seeing a lot of consolidation. We do see bears have absolute control of stochastics, absolutely printing cataclysmic new lows. This is not a joke. Printing new lows in stochastics is a very, very, very bad sign. We do see RSI kind of putting in a little bit of an uptrend. We can go ahead and mark that off. But again, we reside in the bearish critical zone at the bearish neutral zone at the current moment in time for the Hall of Fame. I'll get to SHIB in a minute. That's definitely one of the requests. I'm going to finish my analysis on the Hall of Fame. So we do have a little bit of an uptrend line here that is holding support right now, so that that bodes a little bit of confidence from the bullish perspective here, and we do see stochastics starting to curl back up a little bit, but all of that will be confirmed again if we break resistance. If we consolidate, I'm just going to call consolidation until proven otherwise. And if we break this support level here at $2.55, I'll be looking for price action to go to $2.41 and likely lower. But if we do break that $2.75 region here, I'll look for the 21, obviously. I'll look for a 21 play and see how the red 10 simple reacts with that 21 play. If I don't see, girthy momentum on both of those moving averages as we break them, it's very, very, very possible that we just, come up, retest the prior high and continue to the downside. This market, at the end of the day, looks beat the fuck up. I do believe, it's either crunch time for the bulls to get on board and start pushing price action to the upside, or the bears to continue to take over and force this price action even lower. That's going to do it for the Hall of Fame. We're going to go ahead and check out the biggest topic of the technical analysis group today. Again, SHIB, it's very, very young. We do have to remember, it is very young. Shiba Inu is very young, so all of my analysis will be provided on the 4-hour time frame, absolutely ripping to the upside. We do have identified horizontal support and resistance levels to consider here. We're going to go ahead and, boom, mark those off. Boom. Boom. From a short-term time frame perspective, via the 4-hour, it would not be out of the question to see price action pullback into that red 10 simple, maybe even a little lower to test the yellow 21. Let's see how momentum oscillators are acting. Absolutely bullishly controlled from an RSI perspective here. This is the type of shit that I want to see when an asset is like full-on bullish. Full-on bullish. I just did the Hall of Fame. I already did it. Not to get off the beaten path, going between a MAC and a norm. Hall of Fame. Yeah, I did the Hall of Fame. I definitely did the Hall of Fame. But coming back to SHIB here, low, bullish control zone, bullish critical zone. Look at the exponential here on the 4-hour time frame. I don't think I've ever seen the exponential breach the top side of the critical zone here. Very, 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 very powerful movements right now, up like 300% in the last 7 days. We do have a soft cross on the short-term time frames for stochastics, but stochastics, a little bit of conflicting signals here. Stochastics doesn't have the potential for bearish divergence just yet, but RSI does. RSI definitely has potential to play out a little bit of bearish divergence. It wouldn't be out of the question to see some bearish divergence play out. What is wrong with my volatility here? There we go. Wouldn't be out of the question to see, again, a little bit of bearish divergence on the RSI play out all the way down to the red 10 simple or the yellow 21 moving average here, right around 1950 Satoshis here, or 2394 Satoshis. But again, outside of that, none of my there's no confidence on this asset because it's not even a year old yet. I think this one dropped, in September of 2021, and that's all the price action we have on this asset. So, given the fact that it's not historically relevant just yet, basically tells me that even if I do analysis for myself on this, I can't be confident on it. While I am an investor on this one right now, not doing any type of trades or anything like that. Got a request for what? ASMI. What the fuck is that? Are you looking at this one? Oh my god. Oh, this is fucking bad. Maybe it's not this one. Which, what ASMI are you talking about? Over the counter? This one? This one's bullish as fuck. All-time high. Yeah, this one looks like it wants to break to the downside, to be quite honest with you. We have a very weak bounce on stochastics, and RSI continues to decline here. We do see bearish divergence play after bearish divergence play from an RSI perspective, and we see the RSI continually rejecting the negatively sloped exponential, printing in lower highs and lower highs and lower highs here. I am going to be looking for continuation in a back test of the current low, somewhere around 361.50. Any break below 361.50 here, I will be targeting the next move down, somewhere here? Yeah, 346.19. And that's consolidation phase here. So if we break below this level here at 346.50, cataclysmic decline, in my opinion, will occur with a move potentially all the way down to 315. Again, look at the weakness on stochastics. Kind of sideways movement here on stochastics. Nothing too convincing as far as momentum is concerned. And again, that RSI being absolutely crushed at the downside. Now, again, this is one of those markets when in doubt, pull out. This one's absolutely been ripping to the upside, basically its entire existence. Obviously playing out natural market cycles here as it continues to the upside, but nonetheless, it's infinitely going up. So, this could just be another one of those instances where we're seeing a macro high or low formation printing out here. If we do see a break back above 384.50, I'll be looking for the 21 first at 389.78. Any open and closure back above there, I'm going to be looking for targeted moves to the current all-time high at 445. And anything above there will have to be talked about later because that's too far in the future. That is too far in the future. That's an I, but not... Oh! ASML. Oh! What the shit? ASML. New York registry shares. Oh, this is bad. That one's fucking bad. That one is really bad. This does not look like it wants to move to the upside here. Give me just a second. On the monthly chart. Yeah, but the monthly still looks like shit. It definitely confirmed a top on the monthly, which is not a good sign here. Monthly RSI back into the bullish control zone with a critical sell signal, with RSI breaking that 80 read here once again. Stochastics potentially going for the same thing, but no bearish divergence on the stochastics, but we have a very sharp decline here on the monthly time frame. We are bouncing off the red 10 simple from a monthly perspective right now, so it is possible that we hold that level and continue to new all-time highs, but then when we flip to the daily, boy, oh boy, does it look bad. This one obviously not ready to grow just yet. Look at stochastics just cruising to, what is this, all-time lows? Oh my goodness, all-time lows on stochastics? Jeez. Yeah, the Bears have control of this market right now, absolutely. And RSI, bouncing off the bearish control zone just a little bit, but with weak momentum here. And look at that exponential, how fucking negative it is. Back below the 50 read. I do believe the Bears have control of this market. We do have a trend line to be in consideration of, though, from an RSI perspective. No, maybe not. Maybe we don't. I wouldn't say that works just yet, unless we have something from the past. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, I guess that works right there. Long-term uptrend structure here, so we did find support right along that region here inside the bearish control zone, so that is something to consider, but we need to get some levels on this bad boy. It looks naked as fuck right now. We're gonna go ahead and plot, boom. Boom. We're going for major levels here. This is a major level that we're playing with right now, in my professional opinion. Any closure below 710.75 here, I will be looking for continuation down to 667 here, and likely lower. Likely this one prints, you know, a little bit of a bear market or a downtrend here. Any pop back up is possible. I would look for a move all the way back up to about 800 bucks even, but I would be very, very weary of that region here getting met with rejection from the sellers. And if so, if we reject this region, we likely get a lower high confirmed, and targets come all the way back down to 667. The only thing that would convince me of this market reversing and continuing to new all-time highs at the current moment in time would be an open and closure back above the 21. Back above the 21 with a couple of critical signals here. RSI breaking above the exponential, stochastics breaking above the critical threshold of the bearish control zone, and maintaining support on that 21 exponential would convince me of potentially seeing price action achieve new all-time highs. We are well and far away from that as it is. Oh. Can you make it? You want to see the yearly? Here's the monthly. Monthly's topped on this one here. Monthly is topped out. Definitely looking for a little bit of sell pressure here on a longer time frame. The yearly probably looks great. I don't even know if I have the 1 year. Yeah, the yearly looks good. But you can't analyze the yearly. You really can't. I can't analyze that. But we'll go ahead and, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave that one. I have a couple more requests to knock out here. I don't want to stay and linger on one asset for too long here. I do have plenty of assets to. Okay, so we got another request. Jack. I don't even know what that is. Jack in the Box? I know exactly what that is. Down. Oh, absolutely fucking down. I'm gonna be looking for. This is definitely in a downtrend right now. We have a significant level that Jack in the Box is playing with right now. Any closure below there, right around 95 bucks even. No, that's 97. No, that's 95. Any closure below 95, I'll look for moves all the way down to 88 spot 50 here, and I just look for general downtrend continuation. This one being a lot more evident too. Obviously, we see stochastics confirming a lower high, rejecting that 50 read here. Boom, sell pressure back on RSI. You know, consolidating in the bearish neutral zone. That is not indicative of any kind of bullish momentum at all whatsoever. The bears have control of this market at the current moment in time, and the only thing that would convince me otherwise is a candle closure back above that region, right around 104 spot 15 to confirm a change of behavior, at which point I would be targeting moves all the way up to the next level by level, 111 spot 70. But this one looks beat up right now at the current moment in time. I don't think this one was ever that fucking good to begin with. Jesus criminy, look at that decline. I mean, it was definitely bullish in the past. Huge consolidation phase, bearish consolidation, downtrend, boom, wreckage. It wouldn't be out of the question to say, you know, a pullback all the way down to this region at 88 spot 23 could be our macro higher low location. That would be a valid, that would be valid from an analytic perspective. But again, I try to just keep it simple, try to keep it level by level here. I'm not looking for anything too crazy. I'm just looking for the next levels here. So I'll mention it again. Any closure below 95 bucks, I'll look for a move all the way down to 88 bucks. And any closure back above $104, I'll target a move all the way up to 112 bucks. And that'll do it for Jack. MMAT is the next one here. No. I'm going to be looking down. On MMAT, we did reject the bullish control zone here after testing this resistance. Boom, sailing through the 21 exponential. We actually got a confirmed sell signal here on the 21 exponential. Not only that, but we have our stochastics confirming a lower high and looking to drive to new lows as well. I will be looking for this support level at $4.81 to break, and if it does, I will look for a full, very swift move all the way down to $3.61. Not only that, but we have RSI nuts to butts with that 50 read here. And again, a break below that support level here would be a very critical signal for the sell pressure here. And I would be looking for RSI to confirm new lows as well. We have confirmed a change of behavior on the daily time frame with RSI, and we saw RSI pop back up to that resistance and reject it. So the sell pressure for this one is definitely on. Yeah, closure below that indicates a change of behavior on a daily time frame, and at the end of the day, downside is the only disposition for that unless we revert back above the 21 exponential, at which point I'll look for price action to move all the way back up to 633, and I would just be like, well, it's consolidating, right? It's consolidating, but we're putting a lot of pressure on the support level here. We did see a break at the 21. We do see a lower high on stochastics. We do see, RSI starting to break down on that 50 read right now. It is more probable, in my opinion, that this one continues to the downside for MMAT. Pepsi, I think PEP is Pepsi. Yes, it is. What is Pepsi doing? Oh, shit, dog. We could very easily be looking at a little bit of a reversal style formation here. Let me look at RSI. Yep, change of behavior confirmed. Change of behavior confirmed. We're actually going to delete this. Boom. We're going to get some new shit put in here. Let's find out what's going on. This is an absolutely cataclysmic rip to the upside. There's your support. There's the high that we needed to take out. This will be the next target. And this is the all-time high. All right, so the way I'm looking at this right now, very juicy reaction. What is RSI telling us? Yep, back above the 50 read, we got a buy signal. RS stochastics back above the critical 20 read, confirming new highs. Buy signal number 2, 21 exponential has been broken. I will be fully convinced that we have a buy signal if and only if we confirm a secondary candle closure back above this 21 exponential. So it is very possible to see a pullback all the way down to 153.30. But as long as we hold that region and hold that 21 exponential, I do believe we have a solid 21 exponential play. Oh man, I've been getting comments left and right. Oh, okay. All right. Where was I at? Okay, not only that, but look at the volatility. Absolutely boom! Big expansion of volatility here, definitely signifying that this one's ready to move to the upside. Obviously, well, I think we were in the single digits, almost in the single digits for a couple of days here, and then we got a violent reaction as a result. Nice little test of the support line on stochastics, testing the top side of the bearish control zone on RSI. We have two of the three conditions that I'm looking for a buy signal. Again, we technically have all three, but I'm a conservative trader, and I always wait for a confirmation candle closure above the 21. If we get that condition met here, I will be looking for moves all the way up here at 156.81, as this likely plays out as a macro high or low before continuing to potential new all-time highs. Any continuation above 156, I will look for a test of the all-time high at 159. Anything higher than that, I'm going to have to get out Fibonacci's, and I'll have to wait till tomorrow for that to be confirmed. The only thing that would convince me that this isn't a legitimate move would be a flash crash all the way back down to the current low at 150. That would be enough to tell me, we got a bull trap. This is just a fake move here, nothing real. But the momentum tells me that it's real for PepsiCo here. I already did SHIB. I'll get a little bit of a crow. Man, I suck at typing today. CROUST. Crypto.com. Crypto.com. Yeah, following Bitcoin here. I'd be looking at this one to achieve new highs as well. Major level, resistance, lower low, support. Yeah, I'd say if price action breaks above 19 cents here, I'd be looking for a move to the current lower high, right around 20 cents even. At which point a closure above 20 cents even would convince me of a move all the way up to this region here at 22 cents. RSI back above the 50 read here, holding that exponential as support. So we do have an uptrend line here to be very cognitive of. This is definitely a strong support line. It is very valid. Actually, it gets stronger than that. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Yeah, no. Nah, this is a little bit better for me. We have 1, 2, 3 touch points on that RSI trend line here, confirming it is valid. you know, we failed to hold RSI action below that 50 read here, basically rejecting it as resistance here. So very, very, very nice. Again, when it comes to cryptocurrencies here, anytime Bitcoin rips to the upside, I'm generally looking for the rest of the cryptocurrency market to follow suit, aside from all the shitty ones. I have a question with what happens with lack of product and workers with the market. No idea. I'm a technical analyst. I don't care about fundamentals, to be quite honest with you. I do what the chart tells me to do. If the chart tells me there's a buy signal, it's time to buy. I'm not familiar with what products they have or how much product they have or the workers or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, you know, while that can affect the stock market or a specific asset, rich people don't give a shit. If they want the market to continue to go up, rich people are going to put their money into the market, and it's going to continue to go up at the end of the day. So with you know, crypto.com, I'm going to be looking for this resistance to break here. That's the most important factor. And if we reject it and confirm a lower high, I'm going to be targeting low movements all the way back down to 16 cents. But again, we have a confirmed 21 exponential trade. As long as price action remains above the 21 exponential, I'm going to be looking for prices to move a little bit further to the north. I'm not even familiar with this one. Looks kind of ass, to be quite honest with you, but it's basically been bullish the entire time, so I can't really complain. Actually, you know, going through legit market cycles, very, very, very nicely done here. And we do have a confirmed opening closure above the 21, which tells me we have a legit trade. Boom, movements to the upside. Stochastics in the bear bullish critical zone. Volatility expanding. Well, we actually have volatility collapsed right now, back below the moving average. So that is indicative of potential consolidation within this region, which doesn't bode well for the bullish perspective, in my opinion. I'm not saying it doesn't have to happen that way, but at the end of the day, consolidation means one way or the other, right? Consolidation tells me, all right, there's only two options that can happen: a break to the upside or a break to the downside. So we do have collapsing volatility a little bit, which is a potential indication of consolidation to come. We haven't quite seen that just yet, so I'm going to be paying attention to that 19-cent resistance. I got one more request for the day, and that will do it for the stream. CROX is going to be my last one for the night. Crocs. Are you fucking kidding me, Jennifer? Bad. Oh yeah. This one looks like it wants to go down as well. Again, I'm not saying it has to, but we're definitely topped out. Bearish divergence playing significantly to the downside. We are holding support, but double bottoms don't typically play out in the bullish favor here. At least in my opinion. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you decide to make a trade or an investment based off of my analysis, you're a fucking idiot. And it's your fault if you lose. That's why I have a disclaimer, a legal disclaimer in the description below. So that right now we're playing with that low, 134 spot 13. If we break it, no, that's inconsequential. I'd actually be looking for targeted moves all the way down here, to be quite honest with you, right around 117 spot 75. But we do see a little bit of a bounce. We don't have a low call just yet. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, new lows on stochastics. Oh man, RSI breaking the 50 read. I mean, we've seen dip below the 50 read before, and it hold, right? But we're coming on new lows right now, which tells me that the pressure is on. If the bulls want to maintain this price action, we better see price action hold this support and revert back to the upside towards a 21 exponential. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible to see a move back to 146, but even then, I'd be very, very cautious for a potential lower high and downtrend confirmation. If that condition is met, I would be looking for that generally targeted move to 117 to fully play out to the downside. However, if we revert back up and close back above 146 spot 80, I will be looking for targeted moves back above to 160 spot 20, especially if price action opens and closes above that 21 exponential, and we see some legitimate momentum growth as a result. And at the end of the day, Crocs are bullish. I guess people love fucking Crocs. Jesus, my God, Crocs. Look at that market, just juicy. People are probably buying Crocs left and fucking right? Yeah, so, We do have an open and closure below the 21. We do have short signals being confirmed on the daily time frame, at least from my perspective. But, you know, I could be proven wrong at any given time. I try to make it, you know, very, 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 very apparent to everybody watching the stream here that I could be wrong at any given time, which is why I always tell everybody to do their own research and their own due diligence before making any trading or investment decisions, because at the end of the day, your decisions are your decisions, not mine. I am not responsible for any of the decisions that you make, especially if you base your decisions off of my analysis. So I'm just here to educate and provide free content for your viewing pleasure and for your educational pleasure. And at the end of the day, I'm paying attention to two levels for this one. So I think that's going to wrap it up for the stream today, everybody. Lots of comments today, lots of activity. Thank you so much for the activity. You guys are literally boosting my visibility right now, and I highly, highly, highly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, I don't know if there's any new viewers out there, but if you are new, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, please tick that little bell. I'm looking to grow my YouTube channel and gain a little bit of visibility for more market nerds like me to join and join in the discussion like we had today. And until next time, everybody, you know what it is, and you know what it always will be. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.